Hello again. Essay here. About 100 years ago, Walt and Roy Disney created a company, an animation company. And these guys were from the Midwest. They weren't from Hollywood. But they had that one good idea. And they turned it into a short animated film. And from what I recall from this great documentary about them, it was called the Walt Disney Story. It was on PBS. Very good documentary. You should watch it sometime. It spoke about how initially they partnered up with the people who later created Felix the Cat, but unfortunately they got kind of cheated because they made up this animated rabbit and they didn't do their due diligence and they didn't protect their copyright, and they distributed that initial cartoon back in the beginning 1920s. But then when the distribution original contract was finished, the company they were dealing with basically stole their idea. And because they knew the due diligence, well, they got left out in the cold. So then they thought of a new idea, of a new animated character. And yeah, I think you know which one I'm talking about. Mickey Mouse. And that one, they did do their due diligence and they basically made sure the copyright was protected. Well, jump forward 100 years. Now, old Walt and Roy are long dead and buried. Indeed, most of their kids and grandkids are dead and buried too. I think maybe one of Walt's daughters, they might be still around, I think. And I think Roy, one of Roy Disney's grandsons, thinks he's still around too. But anyway, according to multiple sources, the copyright on Mickey Mouse will likely be finally exhausted before 2040. Apparently, the way the copyright law is written, you can get so many extensions, and then after that, that's it. No more. The IP is in the public domain, and that's it. But this video is not about Mickey Mouse per se. It's more about Walt Disney, the corporation. But before I go any further, first, I have to tell you something. Does your workday grind leave you downtrodden and empty? Are you feeling anxious about the coming holiday to the point where you're unsure you can cope? And does it all make you want to go super sane on the whole world? Hold on, wait a minute, take a chill pill. Essay here, and when I'm not sounding like a complete ignoramus on the computer, I'm also a published author, and I have a deal for you. Don't miss out on the thrilling and captivating American book series Glitch. This one-of-a-kind series combines literary fiction and crime, creating an adrenaline-fueled adventure to keep you on the edge of your seat. Available now on Kindle or paperback. Grab your copy today at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or your local bookstore. You won't regret it. The links are below in the description. And I'm not some one-hit wonder either. I got other books coming down the pike. So if I don't lose my mind and do something crazy...
Lois. For a minute there, you almost had me convinced. For a minute.
Bye-bye, baby.
You'll see those books soon enough. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, now we got that little business out of the way. What this video is about is what happened to the company long after old man Walt bit the dust. Now at first, they were kind of rudderless because, you know, according to the dynamic, Walt, he was visionary while his brother Roy was the businessman. He handled the contracts and stuff like that. And when old Walt died in the late 1960s, I think it was 1966, they were in the process of working on Epcot Center. And then before you sit there and have a big smile, yeah, we're talking about Disney World. But wait for it. Are you ready? Epcot was not supposed to be a theme park. It was supposed to be a model city. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can find the old videos, but I remember seeing some of the old videos in that documentary where old man Walt himself was talking about how Epcot was supposed to be a city of the future. All kinds of bells and whistles and automation that just didn't exist in the middle 20th century. But then after he died, someone decided, hey, let's just turn it into a theme park and call it a Disney World. And there you go. And then, of course, despite that, the studio excuse me, began to crank out films into the 80s. Some better than others, like Pete's Dragon, for example, and other films were like really galling, like Black Cauldron, which I remember reading about but I didn't see. And the theme parks were pretty much running smoothly, because my family used to go to Disneyland all the time back in the 70s. We used to have those damn little booklets with the A through E tickets. Yeah, good times. Though we didn't eat there because the food, even back in the 70s, was kind of scuzzy. But we did like Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride. That was a fun ride. Yeah, very fun. And then, of course, Michael Eisner and his old sidekick, Katzenberg, took over the company. And then they had a huge heyday of new films during the 90s. Like Lion King. And, of course, The Little Mermaid. And, of course, Beauty and the Beast and all the others. Very, very awesome films. People love them. People still love them today. But then, after year 2000, things went a little off the rails. And then Bob Iger came along. Businessman. Supposedly a smart dude. But he, unfortunately, opened the door to the wokesters. Oh, yeah. And before you can say shit hit the fan, it did. And Iger, he walked out the door and left the company in the hands of his number one saddle tramp. Dang, what was that brother's name? Kempe? Man, I can't pronounce this man's name at all. Almost looks like Eastern European. Oh, Chappie. Yeah, Chappie. Bob Chappie. And Bob Chappie, he was left in charge, but unfortunately Chappie, he kept letting the woke in. And before, like I say, before you could say Joe Blow, the wokesters started killing Disney. We're not just talking about the movies, talking about the whole damn deal. We're talking the theme parks, we're talking everything. They were just making a mess of things. I mean, for example, that woman Kennedy. Yeah, that woman who totally screwed up Star Wars. I mean, of course, that happened under Iger, but still. That woman had no business running Industrial Light and Magic. No, hell no. Totally screwed up Star Wars. But that was just one part of the big problem. Because if you go back and look at the films that were coming out, they were all just dumb, one after the other, and dumb in a woke way. Because anyone who saw the Pandaverse, what was the joke that Cartman kept saying? Put a chick in it and make it lame. Even though the way he was talking that, his Cartman inflection, it almost sounded like he was saying put a chick in it and make her gay, but make her gay, make it lame. It all works out. And that's basically what they've been doing. Every film that, especially the big budget one, they ain't talking about the crap they would push over on Hulu or some garbage like that. The big budget stuff. No, what they call the tentpole films. They're putting a chick in it as the lead character and making it lame, making it dumb, making it stupid. And after a while, people just got fed up and say, I'm not spending no $20, not counting the damn stale popcorn and the damn flicks, to watch your raggedy ass movie. Excuse me. And apparently, that happened one too many times. And now, the damn company is in a world of hurt. I mean, it's in a serious world of hurt. Indeed, according to Jeremy from the Quartering, yeah, I know. The number of failed films that these people put out just within this year, I mean, we're talking, oh my God. Shoot. Oh, Jesus. Like that Ant-Man film? Yeah, blows. And of course, Peter Pan and Wendy. Oh my God, total woke garbage. Guardians of the Galaxy? Okay, wasn't as woke as it could have been, but it was still woke. And my God, Little Mermaid, Black Little Mermaid. Really, dude? And Elemental? Oh, Jesus. And, oh my God, Indiana Jones. In that last one where basically the chick took over the show and basically she became Indiana Jones. And Harrison Ford's along for the ride. I mean, get out of here with that shit. Jesus. And that Haunted Mansion film also sucked. And Haunting in Venice. I mean, what was that all about? I mean, really, dude? I mean, Agatha Christie had written a whole bunch of books. You mean you couldn't find one of her books that had Poirot in it and just make that? They had to make up something from scratch? Shit. And then, of course, the Marvels. The Marvels. Oh, no. I mean, even Brie Larson was looking for the escape hatch to get out of that damn film. Because she knew the film. What's up? She knew. And then finally that Wish movie. Oh, boy. Jesus. My God. Oh, and you think the vault of horror stops there? Oh no! Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because we got some more bullshit coming down the pike next year, such as First Omen. What the hell is that? Would you believe it's supposed to be a prequel to The Omen? I mean, prequel? Really? Anyone who saw the original Omen knows that the story starts with the birth of the Antichrist. So how you gonna have a prequel, right? Yeah, that makes like no sense. And then they're gonna supposed to be having this other film called, supposed to be another follow-on to Planet of the Apes, supposed to be called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And I'm thinking, oh my God. I mean, hey, I like Planet of the Apes. The original films were awesome, but and these new films that they made, okay, they're okay. But man, just stop. Just stop. And then, of course, you have Deadpool 3. And there are whisper rumors that Taylor Swift is supposed to be in it. And I'm thinking, really? She can't act. And she can barely sing. And wait for it. You ready, kids? Adele is a much better singer. Yeah, that's right. I said it. So Swifties, go put that in your pipe and smoke it. Adele, I'm in team Adele. So F you people. And then of course they have a new Alien film coming up. Alien Romulus. Just stop. Oh my God. Are you ready, kids? They're gonna bring back Fantastic Four again. After 2 failed reboots. They're going to try it a third time? Oh, boy. And then they're going to have that new Blade film that's supposed to be coming out with that guy whose name I can't pronounce. And they're supposed to be making Blade gay. Oh. Just stop. My God. I mean, and then it's supposed to be coming out with some new Star Wars film, which I'm not looking forward to at all. It, yeah, just. But anyway, that's the problem with these wokesters. These people thought they could do, what's the word for it? Social engineering. In other words, using a major movie studio to crank out propaganda films and then push them out on the audience. Now, funny thing is, this has happened before. Because ever heard the UFA? Well, you probably hadn't. It's an old German studio. But I remember reading the story about it. They were a major studio, and a lot of people like Fritz Lang, for example, you probably don't know him. He made like Metropolis, good film for a silent movie. You should look it up sometime. Metropolis, then came out 1927, German film, Fritz Lang. Look it up, good film. You should watch it. But anyway, they used to make all kinds of stuff like that, like the Cabinet of Caligari and the original Nosferatu. But then when the goose stepping guys took over Germany, all the good film directors and producers got kicked out or fled Germany, and the people who were left behind basically were forced under Goebbels, who was the head of propaganda, to crank out propaganda films to propagate propaganda for the Nazi Party. Well, that's basically what's happening over at Disney Studios, except it's not coming from, but unlike what was happening in Germany with UFA. The phone calls are coming from inside the house. Yeah, we're not having some government agency calling up Disney telling them you'll make propaganda film to push wokeism. Nope. You have the wokesters inside the house making woke garbage and pushing it out on the audience. And then finally, audiences said, no, we don't want this. We don't want this garbage. This stuff is unwatchable. And don't even talk about the mess that happened in Florida with Ron DeSantis, and they sticking their nose and their ass into the damn law they pushed through in Florida, where they basically said no more teaching, critical race theory and oh my God, stupid sexual stuff to little kids. And they tried to claim it was an anti-gay film, which is dumb, because if you looked at that law in Florida, it actually just says no sexual stuff to little kids. Just don't. Because too many of these knuckleheads who somehow wormed their way into the Florida school infrastructure were a bunch of weirdos who started talking about to little kindergartners and first and second graders about, the difference between testicles and vaginas. And I'm thinking, dude, just shut up. You had no business talking to little kids about stuff like that. Most of them can't even spell vagina. You're trying to teach them what the vagina's for. Get out of here with your weird shit. But anyway, finally, everything is finally hitting the fan at Disney. Yeah. Because these people have shit the bed so much with these woke films that nobody wants to see, that they're basically getting challenged by what they call activist investors. And I'm not talking about the old school activist investors. Oh, no. No, because right now there's this fella, I think his name is Nelson Pez. Yeah, it sounds like a really odd name. But he runs this, I think it's Triad Fund Management. Yeah. He's already had several seats on the board of directors at Disney, but he's not stopping there. He's clearly leveraging what stock he does own in the company to basically take the whole place over. Will he succeed? I don't know. Will Iger try to stop him? Probably. Will he succeed? Don't know. But to loosely quote Colonel Kilgore from Apocalypse Now, about all this woke crap coming out of Disney, this shit has to end. You can't keep cranking out garbage films that no one wants to see and maintain your company. Your company's going to go broke and it's going to go out of business. And then the legacy of old man Walt and Roy will basically end up on the dung heap of history, along with Hartford Insurance, which is a very telling story. Or what was that clown from the last century? Cornelius Vanderbilt. Yeah, he built a shipping company, and his kids and grandkids ruined it. Doesn't exist anymore. It's just a footnote in history. And the way things are going with Disney, if they don't fix this, get rid of the woke shit, and start making movies again, or as they used to say in the old commercial for Chicken of the Sea, excuse me. People don't want tunas with good taste. They want tuna that tastes good. It also applies to movies. They don't want movies with good taste. They want movies that's going to entertain you. And these people don't care. That's the worst thing about these wokes who have hijacked Disney. They don't care if they drive the company into the ground. Crash and burn. They don't care as long as they can push their ideology out there. Or what's the cliche? The message. Yeah. But lucky for the people inside Disney who are not woke, that Iger, man, I can't say if Iger is not woke, but I think he's probably an old school businessman who cares about money, and I think he was led down the primrose path by these wokesters, these knuckleheads telling him, oh, people want gay stuff in all their movies. People want all this trans stuff in all their movies. People want the lesbian kiss in all their damn animated films. And he probably just went along with it thinking, what harm can it do, right? Yeah, it can do a lot of harm. I mean, even people are stopped going to the damn theme parks. Yeah. That's how disgusted people are with Disney nowadays. And then, of course, to make matters more stupid, they're trying to fill in the shortfall by raising prices. Anyone who's played SimCity knows that doesn't work. If you raise the prices, fewer people come to your park, and if you raise the prices more, fewer people come into you. Your prices are into outer space, and nobody's coming to your theme park. So don't do that. Don't do that. That's dumb. So what's going to be the future of Disney? Don't know. But they have two choices. They either got to get rid of the woke, or the woke is going to get rid of them. There is no third option. Nope. Sure isn't. So what are you going to do for entertainment? Well, certainly not going to watch any Disney movies, that's for sure. Guess you have to probably go and find some old cat videos on YouTube, I suppose. Or maybe old reruns of Cops. Yeah, probably. Well, that's all I have to say about Disney. And that's my opinion.